What's happening, everybody? It's Dave Bowen with Ultimate Online Leverage. Today we're going to talk about some tips and tricks for buying a new car. Whether it's a new or a used car, I'm going to show you some ways that not only can save you some money, but save you time. You know, time is money, as they say. And if you've ever bought a car, which I'm sure you have, you know that if you don't really know what you're looking for, you know, you can spend hours upon hours at the car dealership. So, let me tell you why in the world should you listen to me. Again, my name is Dave Bowen, and I was in the car business for 5 years. I sold cars for 3 years, and my dad's been in the car business for 30 years. So, I've been around the car business my whole life. So, I know a little bit of the ins and outs and the methods, you know, that go along with the car business. First of all, let me just say something that not all car dealers are, you know, crooks or, you know, they're not all out to get you. Yes, they have to make money because that's a business, you know, all businesses have to make a profit. So not all car dealers are that way. Now there still are some, yes, but not all of them are that way. So anyways, I don't sell cars anymore, so I'm not trying to defend anybody. I'm just trying to get that out there. Today I'm going to go over, like I said, some ways that not only can save you time, but save you money, okay? I'm going to teach you some things that you've probably never been taught, and ways that will get you the best deal on either the car you're looking for, the best deal on your trade-in, you know, and just the best deal in general. So on financing too. So let's start out. And you're going to say, Dave, this is the most basic tip. You know, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm telling you, this is very important, and that is to narrow your search. Narrow your search. What are you looking for? Again, if you don't know what you're looking for, you can spend hours upon hours at the car dealership, and you're kind of giving up control to them, you know. So, narrow your search. Do you want a car? Do you want a truck? Do you want an SUV? Do you want leather? Do you want cloth? Do you want a DVD player? I mean, know what you want. You don't have to know everything that you want, but with the internet and the information age, everything that you need is online, guys. If you're looking, like let's say you're looking for a Chevy, you can go to Chevy.com, you can spec out the exact car that you want, okay? So, narrow your search down, know what you're looking for, and, you know the current deals, you know. If you're looking for a new car, know what the current rebates are. If you're looking for a used car, go to Auto Trader and see what they're going for on Auto Trader. You know, see what they're going for on Auto Trader. Now, you have to keep in mind that condition, miles, and model is going to make a big difference. So, keep that in mind. And, you know, once you have narrowed down the car that you're looking for, you know, again, I talked about rebates. I know when I sold GM products, if you traded in a car, a lot of times, and they might still have it, there's a $1,000 extra rebate for trading in your car. So, you know those kind of deals. If there's those kinds of deals out there, it might make sense to trade in your car. So, you know that stuff. Now, if you are trading in a car, here's one thing that not a lot of people do that I'm going to tell you to do. Again, I'm going to teach you some insider secrets. Go to Autotrader.com and see what your car is going for. Now again, that's going to be retail, so don't expect to get that on trade. But you also got to look at, make sure you're looking at the same year, miles, model of course, and condition, guys. Condition is everything when it comes to used. When it comes to used cars, condition is everything. Okay? So, look at that and just see what they're going for. You know, see what they're going for. Then go to KBB, go to Black Book, go to NADA, and get an average of all the values. So that way you have a good idea. Hey, this is what my car should be worth. Now, most of them are going to give you a rough, average, excellent, or good condition. You know, they're going to give you those ranges. If your car is over 100,000 miles, 99% of the time, the dealers are going to rate it as a rough car, especially if it's beat up and all that stuff. So, you know, make sure you calculate that. I mean, just because your car is yeah, maybe it's spotless, you think, or, don't consider that excellent. Most, I would say probably 90% of cars, unless they have below 10,000 miles, are not going to be rated at excellent. So just know that. Okay, so another thing that not a lot of people do, and if you want to, let's say you look at your trade-in value and you're not happy. You think, man, my car, I want more money than that. Well, I got a solution for you. It's called Craigslist. I'm sure you've heard of it. Take 6 to 8 pictures of the interior, exterior, or the interior, exterior, and throw them on Craigslist. You just research what your car's worth, so throw up what you think is a good price. Throw it up on Craigslist and write a nice ad. If you spend any money on it, excuse me, I got something in my eye here. If you spend any money on it recently, put that in there. If you just put new brakes or whatever, put that in there, okay? And do a nice description. That's what really sells, is doing a nice description. Put your contact information in there, and you'll be surprised. I've sold so many cars on Craigslist, all the way from $2,000, $1,000, all the way up to $40,000. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If someone is looking for that car, they'll probably go to Craigslist to find it. So that's a way to get you more for your trade-in. Now, you can even buy and sell cars on Craigslist. I've done that with motorcycles. Matter of fact, I just sold a bike that I bought on Craigslist last year. Did a little bit of work to it. I put new tires and stuff on it, but I got $2,000 more than what I paid for it. So, and that's just because the guy that I bought it from wasn't asking enough. That's why I snatched it up. So you can do that. You can do that. Anyways, so I want to talk to you, now that we've got, narrow your search down, know what your trade's worth, I want to talk to you about negotiating. Now that you know what you're looking for and you know what your trade-in's worth, you go into the dealer, you find the model and everything that you want, and you're at the negotiation stage. Now, I'm going to do one with a trade, and you can just if you don't have a trade-in, you can take the trade out and do the same thing. But here's something that not a lot of people know. There's a difference in what's called ACV value, which is actual cash value, and then what they're showing you for a trade-in. Okay? Now, let me explain. So let's say you're looking at this. You've got a trade-in, and you know that it's worth around $10,000. Okay? And you're going into the dealer, and you're looking at a vehicle that is $25,000. And these are just hypothetical. Okay? So, you sit down, you test drive the car, all that, jazz, and you sit down and you're negotiating a deal. Here's what will probably happen. They will come back to you, and let's say, getting ahead of myself here, let's say they say, okay, we'll do $24,500 on ours. We'll do $24,500 on ours, and we're going to give you $9,000 for yours. Okay? Now, in all actuality, they're actually, they know it's worth 10. They're putting an ACV of 10 on it. So instead of taking $500 off, they made it look like they took $500 off, but really they're making $500 because the actual cash value of the trade is $10,000, and they have that in their system. This is called holdback. And I can't tell you how many times this happens. And a lot of people will say, okay, they're giving me $500 off. Well, no, I want a little bit more, but still, they're gonna, right now they're asking $500 more than their original price. They're asking $25,500 because they're holding back $1,000 on the trade. Okay, so, and here's another thing. Let's talk about a little tip, a little trick that really nobody knows unless you've been in the car business. What we just did is called a pencil. They call it a bunch of different things, but it's called a pencil. And that's, where he goes to his manager and he gets the figures and he takes it out. Or first pass. You could call that a first pass. Let me tell you, if you do 3, most dealers will not do any more than 3 passes. Maybe 4. You know, it just ranges. Maybe 4. Most of them will not do any more than 3. So the guy just came out to you with 24.5 and 9 for yours. Here's what you do. You say, no. I want, you know, whatever, 24 for yours, and I want 10 for mine. Okay? So he's going to go to his manager. He might even say, okay, well, if we can get you this deal today, will you do it? You know, and if that's the deal you want, then yes, initial it. He'll go to his manager. His manager will probably say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 24 and 9 for theirs. You know, it just depends. I mean, again, this isn't an exact. I mean, I'm just giving you an example. And you're going to say, you should say, no. You know, I'm sticking to my guns. This is what I want. So now he's going to go to his manager a third time, and he's either going to say, okay, do it. If it's feasible, 90% of the time they'll do it. If it's not, they're at least going to come close. So a lot of people don't know that. Just stick to your guns. And if they say, no, we can't do it, okay, you know, or maybe make them a different offer. Maybe say, okay, I'll do $97.50 and, you know, 24 for yours. Whatever, you know. But if they can't do it, then they can't do it, you know. So, but a lot of people don't know this. If you just do it, stick to your guns for 3 to 4 times, 90% of the time, they'll give in. So, if it's feasible for them. Okay, one last thing I want to cover here is financing. And I don't think I need to draw on the board here, but get pre-approved or go find what the interest rates are. Look at your credit. Know what your credit is. I can't tell you how many people came in and they had no idea what their credit was like. If you have bad credit, don't expect to go into a dealership and get a 3% interest rate for 72 months. It's just not going to happen. Oh, and also know what your monthly payment is. Here's a good rule of thumb. Know what your budget is, but for every $10,000 that you finance, and this is for 60 months, again, this is a rule of thumb, it's going to be about $200 per month, okay, give or take. You can go 72. I mean, heck, they even have 84 months now. So, you know, that's a rule of thumb. So if you can't afford any more than $40 or $400 a month, you shouldn't go much over $20,000. You know, unless you're looking at a lease. So, anyways, you know what your credit's like. Know what the average interest rates are for your credit. If you have top tier credit, look at what the best rates are out there. I mean, heck, when I was in the car business, there was rates as low as 2%, and sometimes even a little bit lower than that, 3%. You know, 1.75 I've seen. You know, so it just depends. But know your credit. Okay? I hope I gave you some good tips today. One last thing I want to tell you here is that, you know, how would you like to get paid to share tips like I did here? You know, how would you like to get paid to share stuff you love? Like, you know, let's say you love cars, or you love gardening, or you love woodwork, you know, whatever it is. How would you like to get paid to share tips, you know? I mean, it's amazing. I have a way that you can do that. All you have to do is click the link below, enter your email address, watch the video, and see how you can do that. It's amazing, guys. I love doing it. You know, the old saying that when you find something you love, it's not considered work anymore is true for me. So click the link below, get some information, guys. Hopefully not only can I save you some money by, you know, when you're purchasing a new car, but I can help you make some money here. That's my goal in life. I want to help people. So click the link below, see how you can do that, and have a great day, guys. Dave Bowen, Ultimate Online Leverage.